Well, I'm Keisha Crowther. I was born and raised in a very small town in Colorado. Probably about 700 people and 7,000 cows. So it's just a very, very small community. My mother was born and raised on the reservation. She's Native American. And she married my father, who comes from the Danish people, and that's why I'm so blonde and white. And as a small child, from as far back as I could remember, I can speak to animals. I know where they are without seeing them, and I can communicate with them. I can also see the energy that keeps anything alive. So this has just been my experience. This is all I know. And so it's not that different for me, but many people think, oh, how cool that would be to be able to see all this and speak with animals. But as a kid, it wasn't that cool to me. I knew how different I was. As soon as I found out other people don't talk to Mother Earth and Mother Earth doesn't talk to them, or they don't talk to animals, I knew how different I was. And so I kept it very quiet to myself. I was also being raised in a very strict religion. My mother left the reservation and left the ways and married my father, who was a Mormon. And so I was raised in this church who taught this is how God operates, this is how life is. But then when I would go into the wilderness, I was being taught something completely different. So I was very confused as a young person. And then at the age 30, on my 30th birthday, I received a phone call that changed my life drastically. At first I was sure they had the wrong number. I said, you really got the wrong person, I'm sure of it. But the elders on the line said, we know who you are. We've been watching you since the time you were born, and you are to be the one called Little Grandmother. And I thought, what a funny name. Why Little Grandmother? I still don't really know why Little Grandmother. But they said that we understand that you've been being taught by the grandmothers past this wisdom, to be able to share this wisdom and the things that you've learned with the people of the world today. And that we are living on the planet right now during the most powerful, changing time on planet Earth's history. And the people must know these lessons that we've been sharing with you. And they asked me, will you become the shaman? Will you become the leader of the Tribe of Many Colors? The Tribe of Many Colors is a prophecy that has been talked about for hundreds of years by all indigenous peoples, that a time would come when planet Earth was going to go through the greatest shift she has ever seen, and the people would come together, all tribes, all nationalities, and this would be called the Tribe of Many Colors, and that I was to lead this tribe. Of course, this was mortifying to me, so scary. This is such a big responsibility, and it took me some time to say yes, but I did. I said yes, and I took on this responsibility, and I became Little Grandmother and a wisdom keeper. And I was told that I was not the only one being taught these lessons from the other side or speaking with Mother Nature, but there were 11 others like me on the planet today. And it is our responsibility to then go out and teach the people of the world to remember who they are. And this is what I've been teaching, and this is the most important message. This is what we must hear. Remember who you are. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guru. I'm not sitting here saying I am better than anyone. I am simply speaking to teach people, remember who it is you are. For so long on our planet, we've been taught religion. And religion, no matter where you're from or what it is man-made. Religion is man-made. And religion teaches us that God is something out there that is very separate from us, and that we were sent here by a God, and we have sin and we make bad decisions, or we are righteous. We're either unworthy or worthy of heaven. And this is simply wrong. The message that I am sharing is to remember who you are, and in order to do that, you must know where you come from. You must know who it is you are. And you are God and Goddess. God is not a man, and God is not a woman. God is all consciousness. God is all love, all light, all energy. and all things are made of God. Your soul is God. Each and every one of us are the great I am. When Jesus Christ said, I am the Son of God, he was not lying. He is. He remembered who he was. So did Buddha. And instead of us wanting to have what he has, and remember, just like he remembered, we decide to follow him. And all of a sudden a religion was born. And all of these rules were made to say, this is how you get to God. But this is indeed so wrong. Christ was right. He remembered who he was. And in doing so, he taught love. Love is the only thing Christ taught. Not all these rules and judgments. That comes from mind and ego. I am here to simply tell the people, remember who you are. Your spirit, your soul is born of God. You, each and every one of you, have a great I am. And that great I am, you, your high self, chose, I want to go to planet Earth. I want to go and have an experience and to feel emotions. The whole gamut of emotions, sadness, love, compassion, all of it. We want to feel, we want to experience, we want to see animals and co-create with them, and we want to co-create with other human beings. What a blessing this human body is. It is the greatest blessing we could receive, to come, have a body to touch, to feel, to love another human being. How wonderful to be able to love another human being and experience life. Every one of us is being led here on the planet by our own great I am. Nothing else sent us here and said, good luck, it's going to be hard. That did not happen. Ourselves, our own great I am that is God, said, I want to go. And so each and every one of us sent a spark of ourselves here. And that spark went into a human body. And we are raised and we are here now. We are here. Our great I ams are here. That is our soul, that's our emotion that lives within us. And everything you experience on this life, every person you meet, every experience you go through, whether it's easy or hard, difficult or simple, it is being given to you by your great I am. Your entire life is a journey of learning and growth. So whether it is a hard thing that you go through and you suffer and you have pain, that is learning experience. If it is easy and full of love, that is a learning experience. There are no mistakes. There are no mistakes, only learning and growth. And so whether you think you've made a mistake, you are not bad or evil or sinning against God. You are God. You are having an experience. And every single one of us is here because our great I am sent us. And every single one of us is being ruled by our own great I am, being placed in every situation to learn something specific for us. And when you know that you are the great I am, and I am the great I am, then we understand that I, as God and Goddess, perfect as I am, and having this journey, cannot judge another human soul on this planet, and they cannot judge me. I am living my journey for my highest purpose. You are living your journey for your highest purpose. We may not like what others are going through, or how they are going through it, or the decisions that they are making, but that is their journey of growth. And our journey of growth is our own. Their journey of growth. And our journey of growth is our own. When you know who it is you are, when you know that you are God and Goddess and you are perfect and divine, and every experience you are having is gift, it's a learning opportunity, is a gift from God, then we have no right to judge another human being. And when we know this, we are free. We are free. Because it does not matter what other people think about you. Our grandfathers, the indigenous elders, told me something, and it took me a little while to really get it, and I kind of chuckled. What other people think about you is none of your business. It took me a while for that to really sink in, but it is true. What other people think of you is absolutely none of your business. It should not affect you at all. They are on their own journey, having their own experience to learn and grow, and I am on my own. I cannot judge another human being, and they cannot judge me. It is so sad to me, so sad, that human beings can literally hate or dislike another human being because of the amount of pigment in their skin. That is so ridiculous. Or for other human beings to love or hate someone because who they love. Who they love. Love is the greatest thing we could ever offer on planet Earth. How dare we judge another person for who they love or for what they look like? We are all so perfect in our own creation. We are here to teach as wisdom keepers. Remember who it is you are. And when you remember who it is you are, you can love yourself. It is the greatest wound on Mother Earth. Humanity does not love themselves. It is so sad, but we each do it. We only think about ourselves or think we are worthy about what others think of us. If there is someone not saying, I love you, are you loved? If there's not someone to say, you are good, do you believe that you are good? We care so much about what other people tell us or project on us. That's what we believe. But take away all projection, what other people think of you. Take away your status in the community. Your status does not matter. That is ego. That is only mind. Your status doesn't matter. Your wealth doesn't matter. Your popularity doesn't matter. What others think of you does not matter. You are still you. Do you love that person? This is the greatest wound of humanity. We do not love ourselves. But if you remember who it is you are, and that it is you that sent you here, and that every experience you are having is being given to you by you for your greatest growth, then you can let all of that other things go. You can let go of what others think of you and your status. That is all ego. That is all mind. And mind does not matter. For so long we have been living on a planet where we base all of our decisions by the mind and from ego. We think of how important we are by what others think of us. But it doesn't matter. You are important no matter what. Even if you are naked and have nothing, you are still divine. So we must change our consciousness from mind consciousness into heart consciousness. Mind consciousness tells us what others think matters. Your standing in the community matters. It tells us that money matters, power matters, and this is where war has come from. This is where all of it has come from. All of the hatred and war and ugliness that we see in the world comes from mind. Comes from me saying, I have the answer, I am right, and you are wrong. That is where war comes from. But if we know that we are all right, and we are all beautiful, it goes away. Right now, on our planet, is truly the most significant moment on planet Earth's history. We are going through the greatest change Mother Earth and humanity has ever seen. For ages, our indigenous people have been talking about a time to come on our planet when Mother Earth would go through her shift. And now they are saying, it is here. It has arrived. It is happening. We've been talking about a time that would come when the poles would shift. It has already begun. Due north is no longer due north. It is already moving. It is a reality. All the airports all over our planet have to change what due north is for the airplanes to run. For the first time in written history, migrating birds are getting lost on their route. Due north is no longer due north. The poles are shifting, and they will not stop until they have fully shifted. It is happening. We are alive right now in the greatest time of Mother Earth's history. and we have a choice to make. Because right now, it is a universal truth and law throughout all things, all beings. Mother Earth is sacred and is goddess to all beings. Our planet is not just a simple rock orbiting in the system. She is beloved to all beings. Mother Earth will go on, but it is not certain that humanity will, because we human beings will not be allowed to kill Mother Earth. Because we human beings will not be allowed to kill Mother Earth. And yet we have just about done it. No one is talking about what we have done to our planet. The ozone is disappearing. That cannot be changed. We have no answer on how to heal the ozone layer. The temperature has risen 2 degrees. No one is talking about what that really does. 2 degrees is not a big deal to the human body, but it changes everything in the animal kingdom. Everything. And there are things happening that no one is talking about. Complete species are dying. Things are changing in the ocean. The ocean's temperature tells fish when to spawn or when not to spawn. Now the waters are 2 degrees risen all the time. Some fish are not spawning at all. They will die out completely. Some are giving birth every single day, and they are overtaking the oceans. China sees now the fishermen are not pulling up any fish. They are all jellyfish, because jellyfish experience only a couple days out of the entire year where the ocean rises in 2 degrees. Now that temperature is there always, and they give birth to thousands of babies, and those babies give birth to thousands of babies. Now the fish are gone. No one is telling us about the real things that are happening on planet Earth. Do you know that 90% of all of our big fish in the oceans are gone? They are gone. The Mediterranean is 70% dead. The Gulf of Mexico is now dead. It is dead. Everybody knew for a little moment when the Gulf of Mexico had its oil spill. But no one is talking about we have punctured an artery in Mother Earth. The oil that is spilling is killing our oceans. It only takes 30 days for an oil spill to continue to kill all life in the Gulf. And it spilled well over 90 days. Do you know that the government, the United States government, are not even letting planes fly over in case they might take a picture? It is more drastic than anyone is talking about. This water is dead. The sea turtles all give birth in the Gulf of Mexico. They will never give birth again. They are dead. The fish are dead. Do you know that the oil moves faster than whales can swim? They are dying. What the government has done is they thought out of mind, out of sight. Not only are there all this oil in our oceans, but what they decided to do was to put a chemical over the oil to make it sink to the bottom of the floor of the ocean. This has killed all life in the water. Even the oxygen is gone. People just think that's the Gulf of Mexico's problem. But do you know the Gulf has a Gulf Stream that takes it directly to Europe? This is a huge problem, and there is no science on our planet with an answer. Zero. We have no answer. None. No one is talking about underneath where this oil is coming up is a cavern the greater size than Mount Everest. There is a cavern underneath this, the size of Mount Everest, full of toxic gas and oil. No one is speaking about this. We have done such damage to our planet. She is dying. And we have been told directly by the star beings on the other side, we will not be allowed to kill Mother Earth. We will be removed first. And so now we are faced with a very real reality. Very real. In 2 years' time, Mother Earth will go through her great shift and will be born again. The poles are already shifting. It is up to us whether we will go with her or not. The only thing that will save humanity is if we start living from the heart. Love is the only answer. Right now, our science has no clue as to how to solve these problems. We have no answers. But there is another universal truth and a universal law that solves everything. The more loving you become, the more intelligent you are. Love is the answer. Right now, what we are being asked to do is be love. That is it. We don't have the solutions. We do not have the answers to how to go and fix. But what we are asked to do is be love. And as love consciousness rises, it will overpower mind consciousness. Love consciousness is much more powerful than hate consciousness. Do you know it will only take 1/3 of humanity to live from the heart to overpower mind consciousness? Only 1/3. If 1/3 of our planet starts living from the heart, it will flip mind consciousness to heart consciousness for all beings. The strongest energy always wins. Always. It is a universal law. The strongest energy always wins. And it only takes 1/3 of humanity living from the heart to flip mind consciousness into heart consciousness. And when we live from love, we become more intelligent. When we live from the heart, our intelligence grows vastly. If we are love, if we live from love, we become more intelligent. And we have the answers to love our Mother Earth and to solve the problems we have done. We can solve the ocean's problems. We can solve the ozone layer. We can solve these problems that we have no answer to right now. But if we live from our hearts, we become more intelligent. And with intelligence, we fix what we have done. Love really is the answer. And all we are asked to do is be. Be love. That is all we are asked to do. Live from the heart. Give 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes, to sitting at home and give love to Mother Earth. Give love to humanity. Give love to the whales who cannot outswim the oil. There are 3 creatures on our planet that vibrate at a higher level than any human being on Earth. Whales, dolphins, and elephants have a higher vibration and a higher frequency than any living human being. And our whales cannot outswim the oil. We are not only killing our Earth, but we are killing the very creatures who give us life. They hold a vibration that keeps us alive. So much has gone wrong. And the solution is love. It is all we have to do. Remember who you are. You are God and Goddess. Your soul comes from God, and your soul lives within you. All you have to do is be love. Be love and we change our world. Be love and we find the solutions. Be love and we have answers. Be love and we save our planet and the creatures who live within it. And if we live in love, we give our children a life to live.
Do you know if we still just keep living from the mind, we will be removed from this planet. Our children will not have a life. Our grandchildren will not have a life. We must do this. And we can. We must do this. And we can. We can do it. Because it is also told to us that at the time of the great shift on planet Earth, the strongest of strong beings will be sent here. The strongest of all souls who have ever arrived to planet Earth will be here together. And it is us. We are here. The tribe of many colors is here. It is you and I. We have arrived. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the strongest of strong souls. And we can live from the heart. We can be love. And when we be love, we change everything. We change everything. We remember who we are. We love each other. We stop killing one another. We stop hurting our children. We stop doing the damage that we do time and time again. We stop killing our planet and killing the animals. When we live from love, we are compassionate beings. And when we live from love, we become more intelligent. We only use less than a third of our brains. Less than a third. Can you imagine what life would be if we were using all of it? And in love, could you imagine for one moment what life would look like if we were living from our hearts? We are the solution. We are the ones that will change the world. And all we are asked to do is be love. That is it. I am so happy to be on planet Earth right now. I am so happy that I sent myself here to remember who I am, to remember that every living being on this planet is my brother and my sister, and that we, the tribe of many colors, can save our planet and can save ourselves. We can do it. All we have to do is be love. We become more intelligent, and when we are living from the heart, something else amazing happens. Our star brothers and sisters come to be with us. Do you know that the only reason they are not here among us today is because we are afraid of them? It is the only reason they do not come. I was told this directly by one of them. They love us so very much. It is so hard to even give words to what I felt when they said how much we were loved. It was told to me they love us 10,000 times, 10,000 times what a human being could love their child. And as he said this, he wept. He wept. And I didn't really get it until he asked me to do something. He asked me to think of how much I love my own children. And then he asked me something that I will never forget. He asked me, what if I walked in the room and my children were terrified of me? I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine what that would feel like. And then I understood why he wept. They love us so much, and they want to come here and be with us and teach us how to solve our problems, to teach us how to be better beings. They want to, and yet we are terrified of them. I can't imagine what that would feel like. We as human beings, what we do when we are scared of something, when we have fear about something, we attack it. On a universal whole, if they were to come right now we would attack because we have fear. We must change from our mind into our heart. When we become loving beings, we invite them to be with us. And when we invite them to walk alongside of us, we have all the answers. We have the answers, and we can rise above and we can become enlightened. In 2 years' time, Mother Earth will look drastically different than what she does today. And in 2 years' time, we have an opportunity to start living from the heart. And if we do, if a third of us on planet Earth start being heart, being love, we will become enlightened with Mother Earth. And we will live like never before, enlightened, beautiful beings. This is being offered to us. It is a decision we must make today. It's a decision we must make yesterday, to start living from the heart. If we do this, we have a future. If we do this, our children have a future. If we do this, humanity can enlighten. And that is why I'm teaching. Remember who you are. You are magnificent, powerful, loving beings. You are the ones you have been waiting for. You are the strongest of the strong. We are the tribe of many colors. Aho.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Oh,